It's another beautiful day to be a raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield, and I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish. In case you didn't know, let me introduce myself. I'm coming to you live, as always, from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And if you don't know where that's at, let me give you some simple directions. Head down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Stop and ask Joe on the corner. He's a man of commerce. He will hook you up and point you in the right direction. A few houses down, you'll take a right, then an immediate left, and as you stroll down the street, you'll pass an alley on your right. You'll feel a cold breeze, possibly an autumn wind, that will chill you to the bone. As you look down that alley, it's dark. Real dark. So dark, the weak, the meek, and the rodents don't go. But you want to go. Because you're going to like what you find there. It's a little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. And as we do every Monday and Wednesday on Raider Reaction, we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly league wide, as we will hit on all the hot league topics, because to be a fan, you must be an educated fan. So you gotta know about your 31 enemies. And back up, because normally I don't stop when I see things in the comments automatically immediately, but what's up with my brother Hector Hernandez? You gotta fill me in there, Hot Neil. What's going down? Because I see we're supposed to send some thoughts out to him, so you gotta let me know what's up. Because for those of you that don't know, our intro, the rendition, the amazing solo rendition of the Autumn Wind that I opened Raider Reaction with since last season, that is courtesy of graciously being allowed to use that custom solo is Hector Hernandez, and that is his master work on the guitar. And if I would like to know, Hot Neil, so please message the page and let me know what's up. So thank you for joining me on a Wednesday night, new and old as always. Our band of pirates, we appreciate any second you spend at Raider Reaction. Thank you for joining us, and we would like to thank our sponsors as well. Make sure you check out Angry Atrocious Podcast, Just Win Ladies, where pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts, as well as Raider Nation Rings and Flags Facebook page. Just, man, they got so much silver and black swag and amazing prices. Check it out. And of course, check out Captain Jack's page, and make sure you, Captain Jack Rackham, make sure you tune in on Sunday nights for Ask the Captain. Bring your questions. So, let's get right into it. Every time we pick somebody up, the messages start to come in. What's up with this guy? You know anything about this guy? Well, yeah. So, Gabe Wright, defensive tackle, defensive lineman. We're bringing him in the fold. Now, yesterday, it was either a sucker punch or an elbow, depends on who you ask, in basically a scrum of offensive and defensive players, to a helmetless Kenyon Drake. Now, you are pretty much a roster body, and you're taking a cheap shot at what could possibly be one of their franchise running back. That's not a battle you're going to win. So, his ass is out, and we scooped him up. Because we have a need on the defensive line. We're hoping he can help out with that. Now, to answer all of your questions. Oh, is he any good? Is he going to help? Let me give you the facts. And I will let you... You're intelligent. You're intelligent fraction of Raider Nation. I will... I'll let you draw your own conclusion. I'll let you draw... Damn it, Hot Neil! I'll let you draw your own conclusion. Because you guys are intelligent. So let me give you the numbers. Rookie in 2015 for the Lions. Played in 7 games. Started 1. 5 tackles. 1 assist. 2016. Cleveland Browns. Played in 5 games. Started 0. 3 tackles. 1 assist. Stellar, huh? 2017. You see the trend here? 2017. 1 game played. 0 games started. 1 tackle. So, if he continues on the trend that he is on now, he will never leave the bench. Because the only way his stats can get worse than what they were last year is if he never fucking plays. So, is this guy... Am I probably ever going to say this guy's name again beyond the end of August? Probably not. Most likely not. Right now, if you're looking at the current depth chart, as it is ever fluxing week to week right now, he's number 4 on the depth chart at half of our defensive tackle positions. He's sitting behind Ellis, Hurst, and Soto. So, is he going to do anything? No. Probably not. So don't get excited. But, you know, every time there's a big headline, we sign somebody, everybody gets excited. Now, let's touch on it. Let's get it out of the way. You know, I feel like, oh my God. I'm so sick of freaking talking about it. I thought I was sick of talking about the Donald Penn holdout last year. This one, it's even worse. It's even worse. It's even worse. It's painful. Painful. But let's talk about it again, because it just keeps getting worse. Now, this is the holdout dance. I told you that this is what's going to happen. You start to talk about trades. Because if he doesn't get to camp, the next thing, oh, we're going to trade him. They're mad at each other. Somebody's pissed off at somebody. Something's got to be going on. But no. No. That's not the case. It's not the case. So, man, I even hate to even go down this fucking rabbit hole. I hate to even go down this rabbit hole. But the trade rumors are starting to really turn up. Ryan touched on it, and I'm going to go there. They've now come out and aligned the Raiders with teams to trade to. The Green Bay Packers have been listed as top of the list. Now, McKenzie has a great relationship with the Packers. He did spend 18 years as a scout and in the front office as an executive. The Packers are the only team that has 2 first-round draft picks in 2019. So, and they have just over $11 million in cap space. So they also have a certain linebacker in Clay Matthews who's getting long in the tooth at 32 years old. So, seems, I guess, in the realm of some sort of probability. They're also saying the Buffalo Bills have approximately the same cap space, who have approximately the same cap space as the Packers, and could also possibly offer a 2000 or offer us a high round pick as well. I don't see that. Jesus. They're also saying the Colts, the Jets, and the Bears. That rounds out your top 5 teams, supposedly, that could be in the running if we were to trade Khalil Mack. But, man, I am still a firm believer and subscriber to the theory that Mack is going nowhere. He will be in silver and black in week 1, and I do not believe these trade rumors. I'm telling you, this is just, when a holdout continues, this is just the timeline and the script that you follow. You start talking about trades, because if he's not coming to work, something's going to happen. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. He's just not coming to work. That's what's going to happen. He's not going to come to work. They're going to find his ass, and that's it. End of story. And eventually, he's going to be like, Reggie's not going to talk to me unless I come to camp. I guess I'll go to camp, and then he'll talk to me, and then it's a done deal. It's going to happen in days. That's what's going to happen. If he don't show up at all, he's under contract. So he'll be in breach of contract, and the Raiders will pretty much own him and hold him by the balls. He will lose all of his money for the season. We're gonna own him, so he's not going to get that year counted. So we're still technically then would have him under contract for next year, and then we could still franchise tag his ass for 2 years after that. So it's. But hey, shoot me a message to the page, Jonathan. Whatever. Fuck shit. Not going back. I'm all about it. He is getting fined a lot, Sean. I agree. He is getting fined a lot. And the fact that you've lost, a considerable amount of money, upwards of probably over $1 million totally in fines altogether. Yes, that sounds like a lot of money to me and you. Yeah, 814. That's just that one game, Lewis. That's just that one game. He's been getting fined since OTAs. So when you add it all together, he's definitely got fined way over $1 million. Because he mandatory OTAs, there were fines being levied then. They weren't the amount, but they were, close to $100,000. So he's over $1 million. In what he's missed all the way through. And that was just the first big pay hit that he took was the preseason game. But he's been getting hits before that. So he's over $1 million currently in what he's already being fined. But like I said, to me and you, that sounds like a lot of money. But to a guy who's literally negotiating a deal that's probably going to put him somewhere in the vicinity of $20 million a year, I mean, he's going to be all right. In 5 years, the man's going to pocket $100,000. Raider King, I don't know what to do about that. I've been working on it. I've got, I don't know how you blossom the YouTube. Those that don't know, we are simulcast live on YouTube as well as Facebook Live on our Facebook page, which is obviously our home and where we started, where everything started, the Raider Reaction Facebook page. You should be fine, Hector. You should be fine. I mean, you're the freaking lead up to the show every night. You're the lead up to the show every night. But we also are simulcast live on our YouTube channel, which is Hardcore Challenge Live Studio Webcasts, where all of our shows are archived for your viewing pleasure. For your viewing pleasure. But if you don't have Facebook, we're also on Twitter, we're on Instagram, or you can always catch all of our shows. All of our shows that we have always end up within 24 hours, usually much quicker than that, on our YouTube channel and are archived on there. So, if you can't catch us on Facebook, you're not on Facebook, you have other options. But check us out on the YouTube channel. We are trying to grow our YouTube channel and our YouTube subscribers. We have some exclusive stuff that's coming up just for our YouTube subscribers. So, Raider King, those of you that loyally watch us on YouTube, and we appreciate you guys. And I apologize for the technical difficulties last night on our YouTube feed. For some reason, the YouTube feed just went down. And, what the hell is up with that? But the Facebook feed kept going. And we did post the show from today, or from last night, to YouTube. So in case you missed it, you can go back and watch it. It's on. A lot of guys have had this holdout. That's what I'm saying. And if you go back and look at the script, they start talking trade. And there ain't nothing wrong with that, my man. There ain't nothing wrong with that. this is the holdout dance. This is what you do. So Mac will be there. I have firm. Goddamn lines. Quit complaining. Quit complaining. Jeez, you can't have everything you want. Can't always get what you want. That's what Mick Jagger says. That's what we tell our daughter. Can't always get what you want. And she used to say, "Who's Mick Jagger?" She knows who the hell Mick Jagger is now, though. Oh, you guys are fucking calling Steve Juice. God damn you all. Damn you all. Now, the most positive Raider news that I seen today and got me excited was Garyon Conley was asked, what kind of action you going to see Saturday? Are you ready? Hell yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. He's ready to go. He feels good. Everybody's surprised that he came back so quick. They thought it was much more severe of a setback, but it doesn't seem to be. And man, you ask me the number one thing that I'm looking forward to in this game, and it is to see what this kid can do, as give him a starting position and let him roll. Let him. That is the number one thing I'm excited to see. Now, Raider King mentioned a comment up on our YouTube feed. The White Tiger, which is Martavius Bryant's apparent nickname, I guess, that John Gruden has dubbed him, and he's the White Tiger. I'm interested to see what he's going to do. Oh man, I hope you're doing all right, my man. Our thoughts are with you, Hector. Take it easy. Take it easy. Kick back. Have a cold beverage. Relax. But I am the thing I am most excited to see is Garyon Conley. I really want to see Garyon Conley. I want to see him go I would like to see him go a whole half. Give me a half. Give me a solid quarter. Let me see. Let me see something. I want to see. There were a couple plays last season that just made me sit on the edge of my seat and go. And I think, man, I'm telling you, I'm on record as saying he's going to be our number one corner by week 4. So we'll see. We'll see if that holds true or not. I would like to think it's going to. That's what you'll be saying about my prediction. Now, there were some other guys on defense. Man, if you don't like the young core that you see on our defense right now, you just don't have the vision. If you can't see that, you got Mo Hurst, you got Arden Key, Carl Joseph, Marquel Lee. We get Khalil Mack back in there. I highly doubt it, Lewis. I may get one every once in a while, but I highly doubt it. It's just we have a really good young core. Nick Nelson, the rookie corner who has looked really good. We've got a young, solid Morrow. There's another one. Vanderdoes, if he comes back healthy. I'm still on the fence on Vanderdoes a little bit. I'm still on the fence on him a little bit. You know, I think he got a little overhyped last season. You know, we had a certain host who used to come on the show with me last season who I think may have overhyped him a little bit, and I may have fed into that the hype on that a little bit, but he looked out of the gate to have a little bit more of a spark, and then it tailed off, and then the real unfortunate injury, obviously, at the end of the season to close out the season, which was just brutal. Terrible way to obviously end a rookie year. You know, putting yourself on injured reserve, but interesting that when you really look at it, we've got a great young core. And that is something we can build around for years to come. John Gruden loves to sprinkle in the veterans with the young guys, which is why you're seeing a little bit of it on offense. You're seeing the addition of Derek Johnson, the addition of veteran corners, veteran safeties. He likes a sprinkling of veterans in, and he always has. So I think you're going to see an interesting mix there. I think you're going to see an interesting mix, and yes, we'll see how that shakes out. We'll see how that shakes out. Now, I want to spin into, because this is Ghost of the Post, our league edition, and I want to spin into the current power rankings that have been posted now as we've come out of week 1 of the preseason. You've kind of seen what everybody's working with. And then I went over them, and I even posted them to the page earlier, so some of you may have seen it. And there were just some absolute obvious errors on here. Must be proofreading, must be some intern slacking. I don't know, or this was run from a couple seasons ago or something. Because I don't know. Well, but let's run through the top 10, shall we? And I'll let you think what you think, and I'll discuss. Now, I understand. I'm a logical, realistic man. I know the Raiders are not going to be ranked in the top 10 on the power rankings. As much as I would love to see it, you got to show it. Last season, we did not show it. Season before, we showed it. Last season, did not show it. So we have to get ourselves back up in there. Now, the Eagles at number 1 on your power rankings. They're the defending champions. It's a gimme. Team that lost to them is number 2, the Patriots. No issue with that either. The Saints at number 3. I honestly don't have a lot of issue with that either. The Saints were actually one of my favorites in the NFC pick to make the Super Bowl last season, and I feel that Drew Brees has the possibility to maybe pop one more out before he's done. And they keep sticking this. The one thing the Saints do, and I will give the Saints credit, and a lot of other teams don't do it. Doesn't look like the Packers did it. The Packers got a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, and they steal his weapons. The Saints got a quarterback like Drew Brees, and they do nothing but throw weapons at that guy. He constantly has weapons, and they're constantly changing it, and they keep adding things to him. They seem to give him a chance. So I have no issue seeing them at number 3. Vikings at number 4. Yes, you had the top defense last season. But Kirk Cousins is your fucking quarterback. Okay? Number 4, you've not played a down with Kirk Cousins as your quarterback. I can't stick you in the top 5 in the power rankings when you changed quarterbacks. Bullshit. No way. No way. Cannot do it. Not in the top 5 when you changed quarterbacks in the offseason. I don't give a shit what your defense is. Did your defense put you in the Super Bowl last year? No. No, they didn't. And the Minnesota Vikings are a perennial choker. Have never done a goddamn fucking thing. Ever. And we know where they sit, Raider Nation. Right there, firmly planted on the kitty table. One of the... You know why Vikings are purple, right? Because they've been choking for over 4 decades. Number 5 on the power rankings. The Schittsburg Squealers. No way. I do not believe they're a top 5 team on the power rankings either. No, I don't see it. I see a downward trend for Raplesberger. He's already got concussion issues this season. And I think you're going to see a downward trend. I think the Le'Veon Bell deal and the way they've handled that is going to completely blow up in their fucking face. And I think you're going to see a big downward spin for the Steelers. But I can see in a preseason ranking where you can make the argument. But I think that's too high as well. Los Angeles Rams. The Rams, I got to say, they're one of those teams when you look on paper with what they've done in the offseason, and you're like, wow. They've added like, it's like a freaking Madden team, man. They've added like an all-star team together, grabbing all the top free agents from a bunch of different teams. And if Aaron Donald's back and under contract, that's a scary looking defense when you add in Sue, Peters, Aqib Talib. I mean, that's a solid, formidable defense. And the Rams, I think, are going to be possibly a top 10 team this season. I mean, when you've seen what they 11-5 last season, it's hard not to make that argument. Now, number 7 is the Jacksonville Jaguars, who look like they're changing their fucking helmet again this year because, you know, they really have no identity because they're the Jaguars. 10-6 last season, and they were that team that rode that Cinderella story and just kept riding it and almost thought they could maybe ride that to a Super Bowl appearance. Almost. But then guess what? You remembered Blake Bortles was your quarterback. Wah, wah, wah. And then it was all over. Did you really think you're going to win a Super Bowl with Blake Bortles? And man, you ain't lying, Raider King. Jalen Ramsey has been running his mouth. He's chirping. He's chirping. But you know what? You know, Richard Sherman chirped too. These D-backs in that position, you only get a chirp for a couple seasons. And then the wheels come off quick. Revis Island became Revis Back Alley Bar and Grill really quick. 1 minute he was Revis Island. Now he couldn't even make it on the Chiefs. They didn't want him on their practice squad. They're like, we don't need you. You're out. Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't see them in the top 10 of the power rankings. I guess you're riding it off of that defense from last season. And this one blows my mind too. All right. Now these last 3, the power rankings, just, you got the Green Bay Packers at number 8. They were 7-9 last season. And they did nothing but unload talent from around Aaron Rodgers. I think they decreased the talent around him by the moves they made. I don't see that one. I don't see the Packers as being a top 10 team. They're unproven. How do you stick a team that was 7-9 last season? And I don't see that one. I don't see that one. The Falcons at number 9. This one, I guess I can see them being in the top 10 because of where they're going to be at in the NFC. I guess I can see that. I can make an argument for them. They're one of those teams that will always be in the playoffs in the NFC, but they're never, ever, ever going to get it done. Why? Because much like the Minnesota Vikings, the shitbirds are also sitting firmly planted on the kitty table. Hey, you can change your shit around. You can add some red. You can do all of that. But you're still a shitbird. And you're still at the kitty table. And that's not going to change. But we'll let you be in the top 10 preseason rankings. Now, this last one just blows my mind. Actually, the last two. Because I'm even going to take it to the number 11. Number 10 is the Los Angeles Chokers. Number 11 is the Kansas City Chiefs. Are you fucking kidding me? You're going to rank the Chiefs number 11 in the power rankings with Patrick fucking Mahomes? What has he done to even prove that he can lead a team out of the tunnel, let alone to victory, let alone to a playoffs, let alone to any sort of... What has that guy shown you? And what has the Chiefs shown you, even with a quality veteran quarterback at the helm? What have they shown you to show that they should be on the verge of being in the top 10? And Phillip Rivers, who is, your best days are behind you, buddy. Unless you've cloned LaDainian Tomlinson from 10 years ago, and you're bringing his ass back, and you somehow managed to, take 8 years off of Antonio Gates. Unless you've managed to do that, you've got a time machine. You and Biff are in cahoots for something. I don't see that shit happening. They're bolo tie. No way are you guys number 10 in the NFL in the power rankings. That's got to be a typo. Some interns severely fucked up that put 10 and 11 as the Chokers and the Chiefs. There is no way. And at number 12, you got the Panthers. The Panthers, their number one receiver and their quarterback fucking hate each other. Their quarterback's an absolute head case. 13, you got the Dallas Cowboys, the Tennessee Titans, the Houston Texans, who had a 4-12 record, the Niners, the fucking Raid City bitch pigeons at 17, before you finally get to us at 18. Man, if that ain't some... Who the hell typed that up? That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Whoever typed that up?
Here is the biggest douche of the universe. In all the galaxies, there's no bigger douche than you.
Whoever finalized that. That goes straight out to you. You, sir, are a douche. Because this is... I wipe my ass with your power rankings. I wipe my ass with your power rankings. I completely. Asinine. 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 Now, there's a lot to look forward to in the second preseason game this Saturday. A lot to look forward to. And before we touch on that, let's thank our sponsors, our official Raider Reaction sponsors. Make sure you guys check out Angry at Trask podcast, Just Win Ladies. Pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts. You'll also find it shared here on the Raider Reaction page. Raider Nation Rings and Flags Facebook page. Check it out, man. They've got all kinds of Raider swag for freaking crazy great prices. Check it out. They are one of our official sponsors, as well as Captain Jack Rackham's Facebook page. And make sure you check out his Sunday night show, Ask the Captain. He takes all callers. Anything's on your mind. You know, you want to talk about, you know, your old lady leaving. Yeah, I'm sure Captain Jack can be the shoulder that you can cry on. Make sure you give him a call. Tell him the commish said he can help you with all of your problems. Financial advice. Whatever you need. Oh, you gotta have people calling in. Like, Captain Jack, he's just leaving me. Oh, he'd kill me. That'd be great. That would be great. But there's a lot of exciting stuff looking forward to. Now, I'm curious. You got a team that you got to face in preseason. It's a team you literally play 3 weeks later on the first week of the season in your season opener. So it's a very interesting dynamic for what do you show? Now, obviously, you know, the players aren't going to be plugged in, so, you know, but you do run schemes. You do have a game plan, and how much do you want to show of your hand? Is this going to be just one of those really crazy, vanilla, just absolutely boring kind of nobody really takes a chance type game? And they're really gonna hold their hand close? Because you don't get a chance to really test some guys out if that's possible. But we'll see. We will see how that works out. Now, I'm interested to see how the rookies do. I want to see some more action out of the rookies. I really want to see Derek Carr 2 drives this game. 2. I want to see 2 drives. Because I really would have liked to see that second drive in the first preseason game, because I felt like he came out with a spark, the nice rollout to Jordy Nelson. It looked like, yes, we're really going to try some stuff. You got the big run to beast mode. The stream will start Saturday right when the game starts. I'll have the link up about 30 minutes before, but when you click over that page, there's not going to be nothing there. So the link, the feed will start right when the game action starts. So it'll be 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. So we will have your hookup for preseason game. It's going to be on our Wraith page, so you've got to show up to the page about 30 minutes before to get the link. Now, don't get excited. Everybody got excited last week when they went and clicked the link, and the link didn't take them anywhere. Because the link wasn't going to take you anywhere or show you anything until the damn broadcast starts. We just wanted to make sure you had the link ahead of time so that you could have it ready to go for when it was time. So everybody got excited. We was like, man, all I got was comments saying, the link ain't working, the link ain't working. Well, no shit. Now, what would I do if I had to drop the link right when it started, then everybody get all crazy? Jeez, now, settle down. Settle down now. We got you covered. Got you covered. Simmer down. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing some more Connor Cook. I really liked what I seen out of him. I know we're going to see a lot of him in this next game. I want to see a little more out of Derek Carr at the beginning. And I'm looking forward, though, to seeing some more out of Connor Cook. Really interested to see how we position our offensive line and try them out. We've seen some right tackle action at a deep end, which is interesting, with Colton Miller at left tackle. I'm interested to see if they try that in the second preseason game, and we get a little bit of those guys at the bookends. That's an interesting proposition. Now, Gruden has said that they're just trying it out, that this isn't a done deal, just feeling it out to see how it could possibly work out. It's like we touched on last night, having deep end not covering the blind side of your franchise quarterback and putting that on a rookie in week 1. It's concerning to me. Regardless of what your personal feelings are about Donald Penn, how he holds out and deals with his contract, his marital status, what have you. The man's a veteran, and he knows how to protect our quarterback. He's done a pretty damn good job of it. Other than, that whole broken leg thing. Do you really want to put that onus on an unproven rookie out of the gate in week 1? It's a scary proposition, really, when you really stop and think about it. One missed tackle going up against a Pro Bowl defensive end, and we're looking at Connor Cook as hoping he can keep our season going. Stranger things have happened. It's really my only concern. It's really, honestly, my only concern. Now, Mo Hurst is somebody I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing a little more out of as well in this first preseason game. And he is currently a 40-1 favorite to win the Defensive Rookie of the Year. So if you're a gambling man or woman, maybe you want to go plink down some money on Mo Hurst to win the Defensive Player of the Year at 40-1. That's a pretty damn good payout. And I don't think it's absurd to think a Raider could get it this season. Man, if you didn't get excited about what PJ Hall did, if you get excited about what you've seen out of PJ Hall, that man looked good. Mo Hurst has me excited. The Marquell Lee looked like the guy I was hoping he would be last year. Carl Joseph. Things look good. Things look good. Now, it is Goes to the Post tonight, which we drop back deep in the pocket and let it fly lead wide. Like to hit on a little more of the league topics. A little more of the league topics, but I want to end tonight's show with a little extended segment that I like to end my solo shows with. It's a little segment I like to call the WTF. Now, now tonight I want to indulge into the fleecing, the bastardizing, the pussification, and I don't even know what other adjectives I can use to describe what they're trying to do to the game that I hold so sacred and dear. A game that I've grown up on, that I've played all the way up through high school. A game that I will soon be watching my son come up through playing. Why are we trying to make it now a soft game? Why are we changing the kickoff rules to try and now take kickoff returns or any of the returns out of the game because they feel that's one of the most violent plays and they want to remove it? The Carl Joseph play from this weekend is a prime example of rule changes that make you question what the hell they're doing to the game that we love. When you've got a wide receiver that has made a play and is going to the ground and trying to make a move to keep going, and he's changing levels, and you're not allowed to tackle the man to get him to the ground, which is your basic number one fundamental job as a defensive player, is to stop that man and get him on the ground. And you're going to be penalized for doing that because the man moved when you were going to hit him. When you start to see things like that, you start to see flags on running backs that are trying to break tackles. It's just getting to the point where I don't understand what the end game is with these rules. Now, I understand what they're trying to do because there's a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit hanging out there involving CTE with a gigantic judgment and settlement attached to it. And anything like this that they can parade in front of a judge someday as a, hey, but we did this. But hey, but we tried this. But hey, we knew there was a problem. But look, we changed these rules. This is just a smoke and mirrors, a dog and pony show. These rule changes to just try and make whatever judge or jury that they're going to someday have to stand in front of say that, hey, we cared and we tried. We tried to change the rules to make it safer. But here's the thing. Professional football is a violent sport. A violent sport. It always has been. What they need to do is improve the equipment and continue to educate and teach the proper fundamentals of the game. Listen, I played football all from the time I was in 5th grade. Tackle football. Was I a superstar? No, but by any means. I was not. But I played, and I was usually a starter. I got my bell rung many a times. I think I'm still got most of my faculties. So to say that, kids should never ever play it, and there's a lot of things I don't agree with it. But to try and completely try to now change the fabric and the way the game has been played for decades from its inception, to now tell guys you can't tackle. You're expecting a defender to now make an educated thought process, change everything, all within a split second of them seeing ball. I need to hit, the ball hit this guy's hands, and a split second later they're hitting them, and in all that time They're supposed to make all these judgment calls. It's just not realistic. It's just not realistic. And what they're trying to do, the Carl Joseph call in preseason game 1 was bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And I'm scared to death what we're going to see out of this rule in the regular season. It absolutely terrifies me because I really think they're starting to go down a slippery slope and set a bad precedent with this lowering the head rule. Man, all I have to say, NFL, leave our game alone. It's the most popular sport in this country for a reason. It is our new national pastime for a reason, because we love it. We used to tune in to watch the segment. That dude got jacked up! Now you took it away because we can't even celebrate a big hit anymore because it's too barbaric. You know what? I like seeing guys get jacked up. I like when a wide receiver goes across the middle and I see a fucking safety light him the fuck up and I watch his eyes roll back in his head on the camera. I love it. I love seeing a good hit. I love seeing a corner lay out some wide receiver that comes in his zone and disrespects him and see a mouthpiece go fucking flying. I love it. You know why? Because that's football. NFL, Roger Goodell, don't mess with our game anymore. What the fuck? Make sure you check out Angry and Trash Podcast. Just win, ladies. Raider Nation Rings and Flags Facebook page. Go get you some swag. Check out Captain Jack Rackham's page as well. And speaking of Captain Jack, he will be right here sharing the studio with me tomorrow for a little Raider Nation Ricochet as we'll bounce back and forth through all of the top Raider topics, everything silver and black. As always, thank you for joining me, Raider Nation. New and old, our band of pirates. We always appreciate any time that you guys spend with us. Right here on our little show. We'll be back here tomorrow. We got Black Friday on Friday. So you've got another classic game for you. It's been a couple weeks without a classic game because we had live preseason action last week. But we got preseason on Saturday. I may have a little treat for you Friday night too. We'll see. But thank you for joining me. As always, I will see you right here tomorrow night. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. My band of pirates, I will see you tomorrow. I'm out. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.